Hey there, guys. This is Reckles with WTBGold, and today we're in the bedrooms of the Goldshire Inn, and you know what that means. That's right, it means we are testing the proc rates of Transmute on alchemy. What were you thinking? Your mind out of the gutter. So, in my bags, I have 10,000 ghost iron bars. This is the equivalent of 20,000 ghost iron ore, and we're gonna make some trillium out of it. Now, I've got a little tracking sheet. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way, where I've seen reports before of what you get at the end of the day, but I want to see what the breakdown is to see if we can see any clearly identifiable patterns, and then we can glean a little bit more in-depth information from that. Maybe we'll do a little statistics nerding out at the end of this video. But without further ado, let's just open up alchemy and start making some trillium bars. We have enough for 1,000. So let's go. This has been really weird so far. We've got 17 single procs, but nothing else. I'm worried. We're like 40 or 50 procs in, and they're all single procs. And like, was the proc rate nerfed? Like, for real, you're supposed to get 3 and 4 and 5 procs. I think I just wasted a bunch of gold. Like, am I not maxed or something? And I don't have current. But this is Panda. Alright. RNG. RNG exists. Let's keep going. Oh. We have a friend. We got really we've done 426 crafts so far, 65 single procs before we got our first multiple proc. You could do transmutes sitting down. Oh my god, I'm never gonna stand for transmutes again. Okay, I'm gonna turn off faster loot, just in case that's doing something weird. So faster loot is an add-on that speeds up how quickly you loot things. Might be that it's stopping it's looting too quickly to get the procs into my bags or something. We have 250 chances to see. So far, we've got 110 single procs and 3 procs. But nothing else. All right, and one more 5 for the road. Just about done. One more 2. All right. Something weird is going on. So I messed up, and there's no 5 proc. You get either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So the 5s are 4 procs. But here we got 4 of these. We got 8 of these, and then we've got 50, 100, 154, 154 of these, and 0 3s. Okay, so here's some numbers. Don't worry, I'll walk you through them. So I went into this thinking that you had a 12.5% chance for 1 proc, and then it cut in half to 6.25. And then rather than cutting in half again, they just rounded it to 3% for 4 and 1.5% for 5, which gives you that feeling of, if you just make 20 of them, you get about 10 to 15% more. What most people just kind of internally feel the proc chances, but it's actually, when you add everything up and you multiply it all, it's actually a 40% chance. That's what I thought going into it. But we had some shenanigans happen, and it's actually really, really interesting. There's some cool stuff that happens here. So we had 167 singles, no 3 procs whatsoever. We had 8 4 and 4 5s. The section right here is confidence intervals. So because we did so many tests, because we did our experiment had 1,000 samples in it, that means that our confidence interval can be pretty tight. And we can say with 95% confidence that the actual number that Blizzard has in their database is between these two. So you can't ever be 100% sure, but 95 is pretty close. So you won't get a proc 80 to 84% of the time, somewhere around there. You'll get one proc 14 to 19% of the time. And we'll skip over 3 because I have something special to talk about there. You'll get 3 extra ones, 0.3 to 1.4% of the time. So I think it's safe to say that that's probably like 1%. And then you'll get 4 bonus ones between 0% of the time, which it's not 0 because we got some, and 0.8. I'm willing to bet that that's probably 0.5. An interesting thing happened here with 2 procs where we didn't have any instances of it. And in statistics, there's something called the rule of 3, which is whenever you have no instances of something, you can say that with 95% confidence that the top end of the confidence interval is 3 divided by the sample size. And we had a big sample size. So this is 3 divided by 1,000, which is 0.3%. And the reason that's interesting, this is essentially the highest number that Blizzard could have in their RNG database for this. And it's the same as the lowest for 4. So either you can't get 3 when you're doing transmutes, or it's less of a % chance than getting 4. So like, I don't know if this is a bug or if this is intended from Blizzard, and if it is, that's really interesting and I'd love to hear why. And then finally, I went through and tested with Living Steel. I had enough Spirits of Harmony to make 86 casts. Our expected values for this, based on the previous confidence intervals, are we would get no procs 69 to 73 times. We got it 69 times, so that's great. We would get 12 to 16 single procs, and we got it 15 times. We were supposed to get between 0 and 1 5s, and we got 0, but here's where our confidence interval failed us. We were supposed to get between 0 and 1 4s, and we got 2. So I don't remember enough about stats to say if that means that the actual mean is higher than 1.4, or if we just got lucky. I don't know what this means, that this falls outside of our confidence interval, or our expected value. I don't know. That's where I'm like, too much math for me. I already had to bust out my stats textbook to remember the rule of 3. Okay, so there are 3 things that I want you to take away from this video. First, Transmute Master gives you about 20% bonus things, maybe 21%, somewhere around there. Second, you'll get a single proc about 1 in 6 times, 4 proc 1% of the time, and a 5 proc less than 1% of the time. And the third thing is that something funky is happening with procs of 2, so 3, where it might just not exist anymore. I can't say for sure, but we can say there's less of a % chance of getting 3 than there is 4, which is weird. So I was watching Senza's stream. You can find a link to her down below. But like, I told her to screenshot if she ever got a ×3, because I don't think it can happen. I think it's like a bug or something. Literally, like 10 seconds after I told her, she got one and like proceeded to mock me. Rude.
There we go. ×3. It's right there. ×3. It happened. Should I screenshot that for you? Because it exists. I'm just into rec theories, because that's what I'm good at.
So subscribe, ring the bell, all that stuff. But I need you to do me a favor on this video. If you liked it, then please hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment telling me like why you liked it. If you didn't like it, then please hit the thumbs down button and tell me why down below. This stuff is part of every dungeon run that I test. I just don't show y'all because I assume that it would be boring to you, but if it's not, I'd like to know. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Good luck and happy gold making.